Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is a done deal with medicals scheduled for next week. Attention fans! Liverpool now has a golden opportunity to sign Victor Osimhen. Liverpool in pole position to sign the 25-year-old Newcastle United star as Arsenal drops out of the race. Hello, fellow Reds fan. Let's dive into the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. My fellow Reds, hold on to your emotions, because what we're about to witness is historic. After weeks of rumors, negotiations, and mounting anticipation, it finally looks like the moment has arrived. Florian Wirtz is about to be announced as Liverpool's newest signing. And he's not just any signing. We're talking about one of the brightest talents in world football right now. Someone who will transform our midfield. According to journalist Axel Hesse from the traditional German newspaper Bild, and confirmed by the respected account Anfield Sector on X, formerly Twitter, the deal between Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen is done. Repeating, done. The journalist stated that behind the scenes, the transfer is considered finalized. And there's more. Wirtz is expected to undergo medical examinations at the beginning of next week. In other words, it's just a matter of days before he poses with our sacred red shirt. And the numbers? Brace yourself. The transfer fee is around £126 million, or about 150 million euros. That makes him not only the most expensive German player in history, but also places this signing among the biggest of all time in the Premier League, surpassing even the amount Chelsea paid for Moises Caicedo. It's Liverpool showing the world that it's more than ready to return to the top of world football. The German star, only 21 years old, comes off a magical season with Bayer Leverkusen, where he was a key figure in their unbeaten Bundesliga title run. He's creative, intelligent, quick-thinking, and incredibly composed in decisive moments. With him alongside talents like Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Salah, Liverpool gains a terrifying creative force. And look at this. The information was also reinforced by Sacha Tavalieri, the journalist who first broke the news of the negotiation. According to him, Bayer Leverkusen has already given the green light for Wirtz to finalize his move to Liverpool. The two clubs have reached a full agreement, and now it's just a matter of final details. But before we hang the Welcome to Anfield banner, there's still one mission. Wirtz will play for Germany this Sunday against France in the third-place match of the Nations League. And let's be honest, every Liverpool fan will be watching that game with their heart in their hands, praying that no injury happens. Please God, protect this boy. Because once he arrives, my friends, the game changes. With Wirtz in our squad, we can dream big again. Champions League, Premier League, everything is within reach once more. We're talking about a player who has everything to be a pillar of Liverpool for the next 10 years. Now we just have to wait for the official announcement and start imagining his first touches of the ball at Anfield, with the crowd singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" at full volume. Get ready, fan. A new era is beginning. And with Florian Wirtz, it promises to be glorious. It's no secret. Victor Osimhen has been on Liverpool's radar for quite some time. The Nigerian striker, a standout at Napoli in recent seasons, has always been highly rated by Michael Edwards and his recruitment team. Since his rise in European football, Osimhen has caught the club's attention with his off-the-ball intensity, his finishing ability, and his style of play that fits perfectly with Liverpool's tactical model. In recent months, however, it seemed like that interest would remain admiration from afar. Many believed the player was set to join Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. Talks between the parties seemed advanced, and everything pointed to Osimhen following the path of other big names who moved to Saudi football. However, the situation changed suddenly. On Thursday night, journalist Fabrizio Romano reported that the deal between Osimhen and Al Hilal was cancelled. According to him, the 26-year-old striker could not reach an agreement with the Saudi club. Furthermore, Galatasaray, another club previously mentioned as a possible destination, has not officially entered the race. This new scenario may reignite Liverpool's hopes of finally bringing Osimhen to Anfield. The club is looking for a new number 9, and the Nigerian's name is once again gaining strength behind the scenes. According to *Anfield Watch*, the Reds had already shown interest in the striker back when he was close to joining Napoli. They just didn't push further because the Italian club was adamant and did everything to keep him away from a potential move to England. With Darwin Núñez still inconsistent and not yet established as a reliable attacking reference, Osimhen's arrival would immediately solve a technical problem and bring a fresh dynamic to the front line. Moreover, He's a player at the peak of his physical and technical form and could adapt quickly to the team's style of play. His movement, intensity, and eye for goal make him a solid option for a team that must remain highly competitive. Of course, there are competitors, and Galatasaray, even without an official offer yet, represents an interesting alternative for the player. Still, it's hard to imagine Osimhen preferring a project like the Turkish clubs over Liverpool's, which offers not only prestige and global exposure, but also a real chance of winning major titles. Financially speaking, Liverpool might not be able to match Al Hilal's offers, but when it comes to the Premier League, tradition, and international reputation, the Reds still have a lot to offer. A player like Osimhen surely has greater ambitions than just earning more money, and playing at Anfield, under the spotlight of the most competitive league in the world, could be more attractive than any paycheck. Now, the board led by Richard Hughes needs to act smartly and swiftly. This may be the best opportunity in a long time to bring in an elite striker like Osimhen. The moment is delicate, but the door has opened. It's up to Liverpool to decide whether to walk through it or keep watching from the sidelines. Do you agree with signing Victor Osimhen? Do you think Liverpool should do everything to bring this striker to Anfield this window? The name Alexander Isak is once again gaining momentum at Anfield, and Liverpool fans have good reason to be excited. The Swedish striker, coming off an impressive season with 23 goals for Newcastle United, could become the standout signing of the transfer window, and the Reds are ready to go all in. According to a report by Graham Bailey of TBR Football, Liverpool is still searching for a new elite striker and sees Isak as the top target. The key detail is that Arsenal, the main competitor so far, has backed out, which changes the landscape completely. With the Gunners shifting their focus to other names like Benjamin Sesko and Victor Gyökeres, the path appears more open for Liverpool to take the lead in the race for the Magpies' number 14. Of course, this won't be an easy negotiation. Newcastle is still trying to keep Isak with a new contract, understanding that after their great campaign and a secured Champions League spot, the player might be convinced to stay. Until now, that's been the idea. If the club finished in the top 5, Isak wouldn't push to leave. But in football, today's truth is not tomorrow's. And if the Swede doesn't renew, then the game changes. The figures involved are high. It's said the value could surpass £120 million, reaching up to £150 million. That's exactly what pushed Arsenal out of the race, according to the English press. And although Liverpool was also previously considered out of range, the situation could shift. The club is planning major moves in the market and is even considering a record bid for Florian Wirtz. If that happens, and if some sales are finalized, making room for a high-profile signing like Isak is not impossible. On the contrary, it's a clear sign that Liverpool is ready to compete for the biggest names in European football. There's still doubt about Isak's actual availability this window. Newcastle is doing everything to shield the striker with a new deal, which would make any negotiation much harder, at least for now. But if the Swede stays under his current terms and doesn't extend, the next summer window could turn into a true war between giants, and Liverpool will already be on the front lines. Arsenal, though backing off for now, might re-enter the race. But the Reds will be ready, and with the support of the most passionate fan base in England, any player who puts on the red shirt feels the weight of history, ambition, and the power this club represents. Alexander Isak at Anfield isn't just a dream, it's a real possibility, and it would make perfect sense for the new phase Liverpool is building. A refreshed, young, powerful attack, hungry for titles. If the Swede joins, he'll be right at home. Because here, when the fans sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," it's not just a song, it's a pact. And whoever steps on the pitch with this badge on their chest knows they never walk alone. Liverpool is alert, prepared, and confident. And if it's up to the fans, Isak will be warmly welcomed on the banks of the Mersey. Thanks so much for watching this far. Until next time.